Hey there, welcome to How to Become a Six-Figure Coach with all of the training you'll ever need to be a world-class coach. All that we ask is that you subscribe to the channel and enjoy your video. Welcome back to Pro Coach, the Coach's Role, Part 2. Let's go right into it. So we talked about support and development being a key element, if not the entire umbrella over which coaches live and breathe. So when we talk about support, we have to establish some ground rules. And the ground rules are this: the tipping points. We must help take out of our clients, extract of our clients where they want to go, the solutions that they create, that they think about, that they find, that they observe, that they come to that they come forward and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. They have to do the work. But we are there to support them through questioning, great dialogue, vision work, and using of our Pro Coach tools, which you'll learn here down the road. Tipping points. What that means is we will help right up to the extent that something's about to fall. So picture a big rock, only like 4 pounds. That's fairly big, right? And you were to kind of push it along a table and pushing along a table. And then there's a little lip on that table. And it's a little bit of struggle to push it up. So you push that rock up. You're helping that client just a little bit, just enough to get movement, just enough to see that action take place. And then the goal is to tip it over to the floor, as an example. And we will push just a little, and the client will do most of the work. We will push just a little bit. The client now is building that muscle, building that confidence, now getting over. And we are helping just in the moments where they need it, just a little bit, just enough to keep movement going. Where at one point, it goes right on the edge. The boulder's right on the edge, and no matter what we do, the client's got it now. That boulder will tip over, and we've done our job. Our job is to support, at a bare minimum, allowing the support and development to take place within the client, where the client is doing the work, and you're just there just in case, just to spot, just to check until that tipping point is achieved, and then we let go completely. The client takes over, and the job is done. Tipping points, very, very important. We'll be covering more of those down the road. So just enough support is actual perfection. Perfection doesn't exist, but if there is one, just a little. And I'm really going slowly on this one because I want you to understand that. New coaches, poor coaches, bad coaches will do the work for the client. Therefore, the client never learns, the client never achieves on his own, never really develops the skill set and the mindset and develops its own way of thinking and doing and being a success. You have plenty of maps and processes in your mind that says, here's how I do this. Here's how I built a business to $2 million. Here's how I drive a race car. Here's how I run for president, okay? And if you've achieved that and you were successful, you have a map, a roadmap, because you did it with the help of others and some resources, but you're able to teach that. Well, a client needs to experience the development, the process, the transitions, the various steps and levels they have to go through to transform. And that is a big deal. And a coach is only there to give just enough of that support so that they can get there. They have to do the heavy lifting. And this is a very, very important point. So bare minimum to achieve the tipping point. I think we've made our point. All right. Ways of support. The way we support are through many tools you'll be learning, but globally, in the big picture for right now, the ultimate fan, the ultimate mega fan. You have to help them cast a vision that's bigger than any other vision they could ever have for themselves because you believe in them. You have to be an ultra mega fan, almost like if you were a Hollywood agent, brand new, dead broke, and you found out that in an alternate world, Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, one of these megastars, right? American megastars that makes tons and tons of money. They are just starting out in their career, but somehow in an alternate universe, you know how big these folks are going to be, but they don't yet. They have no idea that that Brad Pitt's going to become Brad Pitt and have all that success, as an example, or the Julia Roberts of the world, or you get the point. You have to look at them and be such a mega fan of them that it inspires them and encourages them, and it makes them believe in themselves, and then they become that person. You have to act as if they are already, in your mind, the biggest success at whatever it is they're going to go through with you through your coaching process. Very, very big mindset here. Very important. Offer a motivational space. So motivation is intrinsic, meaning it's an inside job. I can't motivate you and you cannot motivate me. How do I know this? Well, I've trained leadership and I've coached leaders for such a long time. We understand that the human being doesn't work that way. Now, you can develop a platform, an environment, a space, a workspace, a home life that makes it very easy to be motivated and inspired, but the client has to see that inside of themselves. They have to find it inside of themselves. You can only offer a platform. In coaching, it's a safe and comfortable environment on the phone, virtual, live, what have you, where the client can really expand its own heart and mind and feel safe to do so, safe to say foolish things, amazing things, and get motivated with the vision. And you provide that space as a coach. So ways of support continued. Care is powerful, as my great coach, Jonathan Sprinkles, when I began speaking on stages, I've done a bunch of that as well, I went and got a coach, the best in the country, Jonathan Sprinkles. Amazing, amazing person. And he used to say, points are powerful, but connection is key. So I'm taking this from him. All the credit to John Sprinkles. Care is powerful, but connection is key. The more we connect with our client, the more supported they will feel when we make a recommendation, or when we keep asking deeper questions, or when we just say, darn it, I believe in you. They will believe you. And only through connection can we do that. Very, very important. So a professional and connected friend. That's what a coach is all about. And that's what a coach's support does. It absolutely connects in a friendship format, but it is a professional friend, right? And we're gonna. What are the distinctions between a friend and a professional friend? And I go a step above. It is a professional, connected friend. Connect directly to your client. So professional friend, what in the world is that? If you've never heard of that, Gallup has a survey for employee engagement that speaks on having a professional friend at work, meaning you have a friend at work. This is a little bit different with coaching. A professional friend is competent, meaning once you go through Pro Coach and you have the coaching tools and the mindsets and you've practiced in our skill labs and you have the support of the community and our support, my support, you become a very, very competent professional friend that gets paid. So you get paid for your services. We do not do free coaching. You get paid for your services. You're extremely competent because you are a professional friend. So you're not just a lawyer that's kind of that can be a cold relationship. Somebody that's writing a contract for you. Thank you for the contract. They review the contract. Any questions? Here's $300 bill. Thank you for paying your bill. I'll see you later. Maybe to never be seen again. So a professional friend is not just a lackadaisical friend or a cold other professional type of friend. You're a real friend. You are a connected friend, but professional. What that means is you hold a certain standard on the relationship. So it's not just another best friend or friendship in the world. It's a reliable and consistent thing. In life, many of our friends, including our best friends, are not reliable. They're not necessarily all that consistent. Well, as a pro coach, you are a consistent professional friend. You're a reliable one. And you understand the identity and duty of a professional coach within that friendship which is a professional friendship, but it's deeper than just contractual. It's deeper than just we have an agreement, I'm going to get you to lose 10 pounds or I'm going to make you a pro coach. There's a deeper level of commitment and connection that I want you to really have in your mind and in your heart with your clients. It'll lead to tremendous referrals. It'll lead to you coaching at a much higher level, and it'll make you somebody that I would want to rehire again. And even if I haven't hired you, then I'm not going to use you for coaching, but you might even become my friend. You're somebody that I want in my life, and I hope that I am that for you. So alignment. Alignment is key. As a coach, the role is to align the client towards the vision. So alignment, clarity. We cannot have alignment, both of us thinking the same thing, going the same way, having the same goals and purpose without crystal clear objectives. And the objectives have to be very black and white. They can be multiple colors, which is fine. And I'm telling you, they have to be crystal clear and objectives, right? So the objectives have to be clearly defined. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to achieve? What pain do you want to avoid? Very, very important to align the mission and that relationship between coach and client. So deep understanding of objectives. Get into the nuances. So you said you want to do this. Great. You want to become an airline pilot. You want to get into Harvard, whatever that is. Well, we have to go to a deeper understanding. Some of it might be obvious, not so obvious, but as a coach, to truly align with the mission of the client, we really have to understand the deeper details, and that's through conversation, dialogue, and questioning. Measurable forward movement. I believe that when I align an organization or a client, I have just these little set points that we measure. KPIs, key performance indicators, are very important. So what steps are we going to have to take to get to this first level, and then get to the next level, and get to the next level, which eventually gets us to the stage we want to get to? And that's very, very important. So we have to establish measurable actions that we can literally say they're objective. We either made it or we didn't. We either achieved it or we didn't. You either went to do the groceries or you didn't. Very, very important. A distinctive and actionable plan. A very specific, targeted plan that the client comes up with, which you guide through your expertise and tools through ProCoach, where the client definitely has a very distinctive, a very unique, custom, actionable plan. No fluff. Oh, it'll get done whenever. We should do this, this, and this. No. Okay, we just said 3 things. What's the one thing we're going to do this week? That kind of conversation. So key support points. These are the ways we support and we make sure that forward movement is going forward. And here are the key support points. Unwavering belief in the client. If you are a coach and you don't blindly believe to the 100th level that your client could accomplish what we are set out to accomplish, you should probably get out of the business. You're just not going to do yourself or your client any favor. Professional, exemplary, explanatory skills. As a coach, we support through tools and processes and systems and our mindsets and experiences. And unless we're able to communicate them, and I'm not perfect at this. Some moments I have, which are absolutely great, and I'm able to explain things very well, and others, I'm just no good, okay? And those are just a million variables could apply there. But we really try to be a professional at explanatory skills. Root cause analyzer. Once we hit some walls and some issues and some frustrations our clients are living, we support them through thorough root cause analysis. And you're going to learn all about that if you don't already in a future video where we go in depth. This is, again, very high level. So master investigator. Sherlock Holmes. If you've never heard of Sherlock Holmes, I think he was a character, if I remember right. And he was an investigator, a private eye, and he was the best. And he really got down to the nitty-gritty of the case and solved the case. You, as a coach, have to become a pretty darn good investigator of why people want to do things, and you have to help them through the whys, and if they're stuck, why are they stuck, and if they're frustrated, why are they frustrated, through questioning and dialogue and some root cause analysis tools that we'll, again, share in a while here. So comfort zone. Our dreams live past our comfort zone. If you don't believe that your client needs to get uncomfortable and acclimate and really plow through the ice before getting to where they want to go, we're going to struggle. Okay? We have to understand that this is a proven, evidence-based mindset that our goals and dreams, no matter what they are beyond our comfort zone. Because if I'm not worth $20 million today, it's because I haven't plowed through certain comfort zones to get there. If I'm not able to lose 30 pounds correctly and keep it off, it's because I haven't gone through those pain points. And as a coach, you have to not only believe in that, but really transfer that message to the client very early on in the conversation where they'll now know, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Bingo. Now you know that you're going to get through. And now you know that we're going to get somewhere because you're feeling that pain and you're out of that comfort zone. So we must push past our emotional, mental, and physical comfort. And not only do you have to do that in Pro Coach, and you will, we're going to go through some cool stuff together. You're going to have to, now that you have lived it, you'll be able to help others through it. And I hope that I can be a good role model for you. So ways of support continued. Emotional balance and buoyancy. So you're there to really, when somebody is in a deep panic, you're there to level things off as a supporter, okay? You have to really understand that. And you have to offer, if they're drowning, a little bit of buoyancy in life, a little bit of reality, a little bit of like, hey, let's take a look at what this all means, because it's very, very important to understand all of that. So when a client goes low, high, we remain very, very stable. This is a very important thing. So resist the urge to repair. As new coaches, regardless of age, when you're newer at coaching, you want to repair and you're a fixer and you want to just go in there and your heart says, I'm going to go repair all this. And I want you to resist that. The client has to do the work. We support them through good questioning, great listening. Every now and again, some pieces of advice, if we've lived anything through that, remembering that every event in life is different, that everybody sees the world in a much different way, right? There are, I don't know how many billions of people on planet Earth, and we all see the planet in a different way, and we all see life in a very, very different way. So resist that. That's a writer downer. Walk client through the process instead. So let's walk through. We're going to give you some tools to use so that when a client seems broken, you're going to help them through that, support them through that. So use proper evidence-based tools. We've been talking about tools all along. You hear me say we're going to get to that because the program's quite large. We have these great tools. We're going to teach you how to handle every single situation. All right? So this was The Coach's Role, Part 2. I am very, very proud of you, and I will see you in Part 3. Bye-bye.